In this video, we're going to cover blocking and dodging. Be sure to check the video description. There's a link to download some animation files, and we're going to need those for the blend space we're about to create. So in animation, let's make a new blend space, not 1D, this one. Select the paladin and call it warrior underscore blend space S for shield. Now in here, we're going to modify the parameters. X will be direction, the minimum range will be negative 180, the maximum 180. Y will be speed, and its max will be 150. Apply parameter changes, and type in blocking. Here you should have an animation called blocking idle. You need to put that 5 times at the bottom. So I'm going to do that. Once that's done, we need to get the strafing animation for the shield. So we're going to start with walk back and put it on both corners. In the center, we're going to put walk front. On the right side, we'll put walk right, and on the left side, we'll put walk left. That's out of the way, so let's go into the warrior blueprint. We need to make a variable called blocking, and click the little eyeball and compile that. Next, in the animation blueprint for the warrior, you want to get that variable we just made, get blocking. Now here in the blueprints, you want to make a variable, and we'll call it shield mode. Set that and connect blocking to shield mode's boolean, and we'll connect these two together. Now we need to go into locomotion. I'm just going to organize my tabs quickly. Okay, in locomotion I need 3 states. So I'm going to type in shield mode, and I'm going to copy paste this. This one here will be called shield enter, and this one will be called shield exit. Let's put in animations into these. So this is enter. I type in enter and I take this animation, plug it in, and make sure this is unchecked. For exit, type in exit, connect it, and uncheck loop animation. Now from run, you can go into shield enter, and the condition for that is if shield mode is on. Next, from shield enter, you can go into shield mode. Now what's inside of shield mode is that new blend space we just made. So let's take that blend space and connect it. Now you have two, you have speed and direction. Since we already have the speed variable, we can plug that in, and direction, promote it to variable and call it direction. Oh, it looks like I already have one from the previous tutorial, so you should just make one yourself. Sometimes I record videos and they crash, so I have to redo them again. So I'm just going to plug direction in there. So that's out of the way, and we need this transition here. Type in time ratio and get time remaining ratio less than equal to. Oh, wrong one. I need the float. Or this is greater than equal to. I get confused with that stuff sometimes. So we'll put this to 0.1. I'm going to copy this, go into locomotion, connect it, shield mode to shield exit. I'm going to get shield mode variable, get, and type in not, and connect the booleans. Next, from shield exit, I'm going to put it into run. And here I have an animation, so we can call it time ratio. Once all of this is connected, we should have a loop here. So in shield mode, there. So now he's walking. I'm going to take that off. And we'll go into our warrior blueprint and the following segment of the video is going to be how we're going to access this mode. Okay, now we're going to work on activating the shield mode with the right mouse button. But just before I do that, there's something that I had missed. Here, direction. We go into the event graph. We need to be able to set the direction variable. So what we're going to do is right click and type in calculate direction. Plug that into right after set shield mode. From warrior BP, you're going to get actor rotation. Put that into base variable. Velocity, you connect it with velocity here. And you want to set direction. So we got that done. Now going back to the warrior blueprint, I want to be able to access the shield mode with right mouse button. But I want to make sure that I'm not attacking. So when I'm not attacking, I can put on my shield. And if I'm not dodging, I can put on my shield. So right here where it says false, we're going to make a branch and get greatsword mode and put that in there. I'm going to copy and paste this, plug it into released. So what I want to do is set blocking on and off. Here it's going to be on and there it's going to be off. I'm going to drag these down a bit. Then I'm going to type in get character movement. And I'm going to show you two different ways, two different things we could do with the shield. First, let's modify his walk speed. Set max. So you got set max walk speed. You need two of these. So the left side is when it's inactive. So actually I'm gonna put a blank comment and I'll call it blocking off because I don't know how long this thing's gonna be. So for the time I'll just leave it like this. So blocking on and blocking off. When blocking is on, I'll set my speed to 150, and when it's off, I'll set it to 600, because that was my sword and shield mode speed anyway. Here I'll type in set orient rotation to movement. I'll make two of these. The one on the left, I'll check it, and I'm gonna connect them. This is method one with this orient rotation to movement. So let's see where we're at with this. So I hold right click and I'm moving left, right, up and down. My animations are playing fine. But if you notice, I can move the camera around really fast. If I want to move it slow, you go into mouse input. You're going to make this bigger. We're going to drag this whole thing out actually. Copy paste, add controller yaw input, add controller pitch input. So we got these 4 nodes here. Make 2 branches, connect them into the events here. Now what we're going to do is get blocking and put it as a condition for both. If blocking is true, it'll go up, and if it's false, it'll go to the one below it. Next, you drag this pin out and you want to divide this float by, let's say, 5, and you plug it into the blocking node, this one. So I'm going to copy this and paste it, connect the 2 inputs, and put it in the blocking node. Now if I play, now I'm moving around, but my camera speed is super slow, so you can change that number to whatever you want. But you notice that my character, as I rotate the camera, he doesn't rotate with it. So what I can do, now this is going to be the second method. These 2 nodes, I could take them out, and if I remember well, it was set use controller rotation yaw. I wrote set control and I got it right here. So I get 2 of those and I connect them. and I can check the right one, sorry, and uncheck the left one. Now as I move my mouse around, the character should move with it at the speed that I set it. So I hold right click and I'm looking around with the mouse and he's moving with me. I showed you two methods, but I'm also going to show you a third method in the next segment where we can combine both of them, and it's going to remove the twitching animation and it's going to give a pretty cool effect, and I'll be using that for the rest of the tutorial. So here's the use controller rotation yaw, and if I plug it in, the character can move with wherever the mouse is looking, and he's moving around pretty smoothly in terms of animation. So I'm rotating the mouse around and he's looking there too. But I can also move around perfectly fine. So I showed two methods, but if you combine both of them, you're going to get this result. I'm going to divide the dodging into two chunks. The first is setting up the animation and then fine-tuning it. So in our animations folder, type in dodge. He has backward and forward. We'll implement both of them, but if you want to keep one, you can remove the other. So I'm going to make animation montage out of both of them. So W underscore dodge, this one is back. I had one from the previous recording, which I don't need. So I'm going to type in dodge again, take forward and make an animation montage. W underscore dodge front. I'll move these into my anim montage folder. Now in here I got dodge back and dodge front. I'm gonna access these and put body for the slots. Next I'm gonna add a reset at the end of them. I'm gonna check where he lifts off and I'm gonna add a launch there. So around these regions. Then in the warrior blueprint, I'm gonna make him dodge with spacebar. So I'll do it right here. So first I want to see is if I'm switching. Then I want to see if I'm attacking. Oh, we need or. If I'm doing any of these, I shouldn't be able to dodge. These are my conditions, but you can have your own. And while I'm blocking, I'm going to leave the dodge on. So what's going to happen after is I'm going to get velocity. And if my velocity is greater than or equal to, oh wait, first we need vector length. So if my vector length is greater than or equal to, let's say 50. So if that is true, we're gonna play montage, but we're also gonna set the launch force to 800. And this one to negative 800. So if I'm not moving, I dodge back, and if I have any momentum, I move forward. Actually, I don't need two of these. I just need the same one. And I have this attack montage variable. We can make use of it here too. But we're gonna set attack montage here for both of them. And plug that into the montage node. So here I want to choose front, and here I want to choose back. So dodge front, dodge back. So switching and attacking. I shouldn't be able to dodge while I'm doing those. Let's test it out. Turns out he is. So I'm gonna find a fix for that in the fine tuning section. But here you can see that when I press spacebar, oh, I know what I did wrong. I'm such an idiot. Instead of putting to true, I had to put it to false. This is what happens when you record videos on the fly. I look stupid doing that. So now while I'm attacking and I'm pressing spacebar, I'm not dodging at all. But here, I dodge back. As I'm running, I dodge forward. But his feet are still on the ground. He looks really strange, so I'm gonna give him a bit of a jump force. So I'll set jump force for both. And just for fun, I'm just gonna put this to 650. And his jump force, will put it to 150 and modify that based on how it looks. Okay, it's not too bad. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it and you can modify it to your liking after. Now I'm gonna switch and press spacebar. No, I can't. I can't dodge while I'm switching, so that worked out fine. I'm gonna go back into my sword and shield mode, and as I'm blocking, I'm gonna press space. Oh, he runs forward because if he has momentum. Okay, so it's probably a good idea to fix this too. We're gonna add this in the fine tuning section. Try to get him to hop to the left or to the right. So we got the animations to play, and in the next segment I'm gonna fine tune this and we're gonna give it a bit more options. To make the dodging with the shield to go front, back, left and right, to play those animations, let's type in hop and make the animontage for hop left and right. W underscore dodge left. I'm gonna type in hop again. W underscore dodge right. I'm gonna move both of these into the animontage folder. And let's edit these. So set it to body. Put a reset at the end of each. I'm gonna launch him right there. Next thing is, in Warrior Blueprint, I'm gonna go into combo reset. I'm gonna make a new variable called dodging. Make sure it's a boolean and not a float. And I'm gonna set it and just leave it like that. Going back to our dodging here, I'm just gonna move this to the side because we're gonna need some room. Set dodging and make it true. Then we need a branch and connect the false and unconnect the true part. So you're gonna check if the character is blocking. If he is, we're gonna do a bunch of stuff up there, but if he isn't, he's just gonna dodge front or back. So what we need to do now is get anim instance. It should give you this. Then drag out a wire and type in calculate direction. You need to get velocity and you need to get actor rotation. So plug in velocity and base direction, and the true here, we're going to connect it into calculate direction. Like so. What's going to happen now is we're going to take the return value, promote to variable, and we're going to call this direction. Now we'll make a branch and we'll drag out a pin and get float greater than or equal to, and also get a float that's less than or equal to. So we have a less than equal to and a greater than equal to. We'll put an AND to get the value in between these two will trigger different types of dodge directions. So we'll connect these two together. I'm going to copy and paste this and handle all the connections. Do that again. Oops. Now I tested this out off screen. So what you want to do is, here you want to say less than 25 and greater than negative 25. So greater than is getting closer to 0. For the next one, you want to have less than 174 but greater than or equal to 26. Then here you want to get what was it? Yeah, less than negative 26 and then greater than negative 174. For the last one here, you want to know if it's less than what was it? Less than, I can't remember. Oh yeah, 175. And if it's greater than negative 175, then we're going to put a bunch of print strings. I'm going to connect all these print strings to true. This is just so we can test out and see what's going on. And I'm going to take one more print string and put it here. And I'm going to get the direction variable and connect it to this right here. So every other print string should get funneled down into that last one. Here I'm going to type in front. Here I'm going to type in, this one should be right, this one should be left, and back. So we're not really going to be dodging, we're just going to get inputs. We're going to get some feedback. So right now, if I was to dodge, I would move to the right. If I'm moving to the left, it says left, so I'd be dodging left. Moving to the right, I'd be dodging right. So by default, it's going to be to the right. Moving forward, I dodge to the front. Moving back, oh, there's no record of it. And that's probably because we could just put false into this. Or switch these numbers around and we'd get a result. If this doesn't work, then we can connect false into it. Because if you're not dodging in any other direction, then you only can dodge in the back direction. Yep, we're just going to connect false into it. So this condition doesn't really matter. I mean, whatever it is, you'll end up playing a back animation. So I'm just going to delete all this. And I'm going to get a piece of that right here. And copy paste this. So I got dodge front. I got dodge back. Now I need to get dodge left and right. One more thing I need is launch force and jump force. So I could take these launch force and funnel everything into the last node. There's still going to be a bit of fine-tuning after this, but this is probably going to be the last segment of this video, so we're going to fine-tune the dodging in Warrior Blueprint. Here what I need to do is take left and right and swap them. So you type in right and type in left. Put this to negative 650. Leave this to positive, sorry. And for dodge back you want, let's say, minus 800 or minus 650. We'll leave all of these to a 650 value. So when your shield is up, you're gonna dodge not so far as you would. You're less agile. Now what we need is to go here, launch character, copy paste this whole code. Gonna change the name of this event to launcher side and launch character side right here. Instead of get actor forward vector, we're gonna get actor right vector, and we'll plug that in. So everything stays the same except for that little piece. And next thing, we're gonna go into our animation blueprint for the warrior. Access the animation tab and type in left. Here, we'll make a new notify. We'll call it launch side. I'll delete this and put launch side in its place. Type in right and do the same thing. Get rid of this launch and put launch side there. Next, go in the animation graph and type launch, get anim notify launch side, and from the warrior BP type in launcher and get launcher side. I'm gonna comment this and I'm gonna move it somewhere else, like here. So let's see what this is gonna give us. So my shield is up. Oh, it's wrong directions and wrong animations, I guess. So we can fix that. Back into warrior blueprint. Here. So this has to be positive 650 and this one has to be negative. Let's test it out. Hopefully the animations are at the right spot too. Yeah. So if I'm not moving at all, I just dodge to the right to get out of the way of an attack that's coming straight at me. Now you can increase these values if you want, but I'm gonna leave them like that for now. The other thing is, here I'm just gonna show you. When I'm not blocking and I'm dodging, I can do this. I can make him do little spins as he's dodging. So to stop that, you're gonna go here, and in the condition, this is a movement input. I'm gonna type in or. I'm gonna connect that to the condition boxes. I'll also add a pin. So what I'm gonna do is get dodging, and I'm gonna get switching, which I forgot to add in the previous videos. So I'll connect all three of them together. And if I recall, in our reset combo we turn off dodging, and we turn it on as soon as we hit spacebar. So now when I hit spacebar, I can't move the character around like crazy. He just has to move in one direction, but I always have control of the camera. I mean, this too you can disable the player from moving the camera too fast if he's dodging. You can disable that. And all you would need is another OR condition in the mouse input. And if you wanted it to be like that for switching too, you would just need to put in dodging and switching. You can even do it for attacking too. I'm just gonna try it out. So when he's in motion, you can't move the camera around so much. Or when he's defending, just to keep things steady. So like this camera movement, I have it here too. So I'm gonna dodge, and I can barely move the camera too much. But when I'm free running with no sort of status, then I can move the camera around as fast and as much as I want. Some other things you might want to look into is this. So while he's switching, this is his basic attack. Okay, so we're in the basic attack section. You could put OR here, connect the condition, and put dodging in there. So while you're dodging, you can't left click to perform an attack. And the same thing can be said for blocking. But I don't think it's that big of an issue, because it'd be cool to be able to block in the middle of a dodge. But if you want to change that, then I can make another video for it. But so far I can't change states while the animation plays, so it kind of does the trick. And that's pretty much it. If there's anything else left to fine tune, I'll make an extra video and I'll post that on YouTube. Other than that, this pretty much covers up how to make a melee character. In the next videos, what we're going to do is we're going to make some skills and we're going to apply it to this guy. But those skills you can apply to anyone really. Doesn't really have to be this one character. And after those skills, I'm going to start working on the boss. And when the boss is done, probably do some damage input, output, and fine tune a bit of things that add some gameplay value. And I think after that we're going to tackle the range character, which is they have some pretty cool charge attacks. They're fun to make because charge attacks involve time, and I'll explain more when we get there. And finally we're going to finish this entire series off probably with summons. So I hope you enjoyed it so far, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.